TriPod, baby!
Dialed.
My name's Ryan.
What's up? My name is Jaaron.
I'm Powys.
And if you're joining us here today, that means that you're aware TriHards Season 1, it's over.
It's in the books,
But it ended on a high note.
It did.
So at least we got that.
It ended on a hangnail.
It did. It did.
But not everyone's seen that. Well, hold up. Let's give them a sec.
We'll give him a sec.
Right, yeah,
Pause
yeah.
this.
Pause this video, go watch probably the whole season, just, get the context and everything, and then come back. Nice. Did you enjoy it? That was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. I really liked
Something
that.
you might not know,
What?
based on a true story.
Shit, most of it.
The Nug Napper.
The Nug Napper is a true menace.
It's a true menace. It happened.
Okay, actually go watch the ep if you're going to get the backstory.
Well, we just watched the whole season.
But you
Us
gave
and
them
the
2
video.
seconds.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
they paused the video, Powys.
They didn't pause it, dude.
You had a chance.
The thing is like in their little low bar right now. Okay, now they paused it. Okay, yeah. All right. See ya. Be back in a sec.
Okay.
We back.
Yeah, that
Hit
was
them
great.
with that.
Another time. I loved it.
Gun Gapper, go.
It was when Ryan was living with Byron. I can't remember where Ryan was. I think he might have been sleeping. It was like he had to go to work the next day or
Possible.
something. But Byron was off doing his thing somewhere. I was off at like a work wrap up party. Our store that I was working at was closing. I went out. I was waiting outside of their apartment for Byron. Byron's like, "Yeah, I'm on my way home. I'm just waiting for a pizza, and I'll be there soon." I calling him. I cannot get through to him, and it's like I fell asleep outside of their apartment. Waiting for Byron because he was
Outside of Bro's apartment?
Outside of Bro's apartment.
Opposite Andy Livingston?
Yes. Yes. And
Not a place you
Underrated
wanted
in
to
terms
sleep
of safety?
Yeah.
it's no. May or may not have been under the influence, but Byron finally answers like an hour later. He fell asleep in fucking Domino's waiting for his pizza.
It's so good. He's sleeping in the fucking waiting area of the Domino's pizza. His pizza's just sitting on the counter. He's sleeping there.
He's sleeping. I fall asleep outside their apartment waiting for him. And in that meantime, I had left my chicken nuggets because I didn't want to eat them there. I wanted to wait. We're about to go upstairs. I'm like, he's going to be here in 5 minutes. I'll just eat them inside, Of
course.
Get to enjoy them in a little bit of comfort. And I woke up and someone stole my nuggets. And I then, the next...
Someone out of who? Like, someone stole your nuggets out of the bag when you were passed out?
No, someone stole the bag of McDonald's that had the nuggets in it.
The whole package.
And so, I had to thank my lucky stars that they didn't steal my wallet or my phone or anything else. They just took the nuggets. Hot mustard, motherfuckers. I still think about that hot mustard today.
Damn.
But yeah.
And you took your experience and transmuted it.
Well, I mean, Ryan coined the term the Nug Napper. We told him the story, and he's like, "There's the fucking Nug Napper."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's an episode." And then,
Yeah.
Classic.
And it is.
before TriHards was a thing.
Yep.
And it,
Absolutely.
one of the few from the list that predated us actually starting to make the show.
Right.
That made it in.
They made the cut,
You know.
yeah.
Rough cut wise, maybe my biggest laugh of the show.
Yeah, in terms of the rough cuts that we've seen thus far, definitely got to be one of the strongest ones for sure. I'm sure that the final cut will absolutely live up to the hype. So, and it did because
We
it's
saw
out
it
and we
already.
just watched it. It was so good.
But I think when I raffled at the rough cut, I was also kind of raffling at the quality and the skill of the editing team and the camera team.
The pleasant surprise on top of everything.
The pleasant surprise on top of the hilarity.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the catharsis of like, oh my god, I wasn't wasting fucking a year of my life writing and fucking acting at TriHards, dude. Sick! It was worth it, boys! My favorite episodes are 5 and 7. And
Which one's 5?
No fap.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those are definitely the 2 big POW episodes for sure. Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah. The POW centric ones, and they're fucking prime.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with myself. I love you, pal.
So what does life look like post TriHards, boys? Like, what do we do until season 2? I guess we just make season 2 yoked as hell.
Probably. I mean,
we got to go the big mouth route and just quadruple down.
Yeah.
Well, I think we just really got better at everything all throughout, and season 2's swinging is going to be fucking crispy and amazing and perfect.
We have 2. Don't we have 2 eps that are written but not filmed? Like, I know that we have one that I wrote, and then we have one
the original pilot.
Oh shit! Yeah, I always forget that one. Yes, yeah, that one's crazy. That one's sick.
There's another one that I won't even say what it is because it might give spoilers.
Right. Yeah.
One that's half written. I've written half a ditty.
Sweet.
Of an episode that I'm hoping to finish this weekend.
Nice.
Depending on what inspiration strikes me to finish that or start writing this short that I had an idea for.
Nice.
But
that's the nice part about having a few in the a few ready to go is that we have a little bit of leeway for taking our time writing some, right? Mm-hmm. So like we've already got a few that even when it comes to starting to film, like that's like a solid month of filming that we already have pretty much done. We might be able to improve them a bit, but they're pretty much ready to go, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they get shined up on the day as well.
Of course, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, like, the written words are never final, right?
No. Some of the most consistent feedback that I've been getting about people reaching out about, like, oh, yeah, this was a really good bit or whatever, is all of the improvised stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I really like that line. I was like, yeah, we just improvised it like a minute before we started shooting.
Yeah. Well, it's great that like when you do the scene a few times and like you're kind of you get more of the context of how the conversation might flow, and then you can inject like a funny line because you're actually having the conversation instead of imagining the conversation. So that's kind of cool. That's where a lot of the good stuff comes from. I agree.
Totally.
I would never say fuck. Never would I ever say fuck.
Okay, random question.
Nice.
Somewhat related to what's going on with Jared right now.
Okay.
Ryan, I know you dabble in vegan protein powder. Do they give you gnarly farts? Or
yeah. Yeah, it's a little hard to. It depends how much of it you eat, right? But like days where I'm going 2 scoops, it might be might be a little rough. An hour or 2 after the fact.
Dude, I'm like trying my best to do a clean bulk right now, and there's only so much chicken you can eat in a day, man.
Yeah, I mean, doing these whey protein did that to me as well, though. So I don't know.
No, 100%. The stuff that I'm taking is I'm also taking this like mass gainer. It's like a cleaner version. It's not like that shit that has like egg and all that crazy stuff in it.
Mass gainer.
It's mostly clean. It's like fucking
powdered calories.
Powdered. It's a lot of powdered fruits and vegetables.
Right.
But then there's also whey protein in there, which makes you gassy.
Yeah.
Makes me think that maybe I can't tolerate dairy very well.
I mean, most of the human population can't.
That's true. I feel like we talked about this before, but
not much, not enough.
Dude, the last month and a bit, my farts have been fucking gnarly, like so bad.
It can get you, man. It can get you.
Oh man, I was saying to Pal, like if I'm in a situation where I can't unload, I'm like holding him in there, and it feels like blue balls, but for my gut. And it's like when you finally release them, it's like that relief that you get from blue balls, but it's like not actual, like it doesn't feel good. It like hurts, but then it's like relief. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys have like any like as a segue here, any like weird pseudoscience, bro sciencey things that you heard as like a kid and stuff that that just seem ridiculous in hindsight? Like this just made me remember one that I can't remember who told me this when I was a kid, but they were like, if you hold your farts in, the gas goes up to your brain, and then that's where you get shitty ideas from. And I was like, whoa, fucking no way. I was like 7. I was like, dude, that's crazy.
I bet there's some truth to that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how accurate the mechanics of the situation are, but
I mean, I may, with the help of my family, have convinced someone. I'm taking a lot of credit. My family convinced a member of my family one time that girls don't poo.
Well, I mean,
They don't.
I said bro sciencey ones, dude, not like.
But isn't that bro science?
No, that's
you're just
like actual
bruh.
science.
No, that's like science,
Oh, yeah.
science, dude.
Yeah.
My bad.
Peer reviewed,
Double.
Girls
double
don't
blind,
poop, dude.
double blind placebo study.
Yeah, girls don't poop, but girls do shit. They shit. Ladies,
dump.
tell us in the comments how hard you shit.
To the fellas. Yeah, I can remember a few bro sciencey things. Not now, but back in the day.
Right? Yeah. I
Bro science
mostly
was
want
real,
ones from
man.
like childhood and stuff.
Okay, I got one. It's maybe not so much, I guess more of a superstition.
Okay.
Was that like if somebody's lying down on the ground and you step over them, they won't grow. So like my brother would be lying down watching TV or something, or vice versa, and one of us would step over the other one. My grandma would be like, "Don't step over him. He's gonna grow short. You have to step back over him and walk around him."
Jesus.
And then me and my bro used to say, "We're like." That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I was like, how
maybe
fucking
you
tall would
guys
we
should
have
stepped
been if
over
we...
each other a little more.
Yeah, maybe.
Almost too tall.
Would have been like fucking 6'10" and
The
shit.
extent of my bro science was like, don't eat the seeds.
Oh, that was one too.
Oh,
Or
the
like
watermelon
Because you're going to grow a watermelon
Yeah.
tree. And how about gum takes 7 years to fucking
Yeah,
digest?
that's a good one. Yeah. Gum
That
takes
was
7
like,
years
this
to
is real. Like, that wasn't even...
I honestly
Hey.
think there might be some truth to that.
Well, I think the truth
don't
to
you
that
pass
It
it?
gets stuck.
yeah,
in your
well,
fucking
or
gut.
it's like the idea is that it would take that long to break down, but you digest it and expel it obviously way quicker than that.
Right.
I think is the
I've def-
idea. Maybe
I've definitely pooped
maybe
out
I'm
gum
spouting
before.
more bullshit now.
I mean, if, like... I don't know if we can equate bro science of the Catholic Church, but there was a time, like, my
I
friends...
would.
I was talking to my homies at work.
Some
and
of it.
I was talking to my homies at work.
Science?
Pope science.
My homies at work were telling me
Rope science.
men have one less rib than women.
Yeah, because that's what God made Eve out of, right? Out of one of Adam's.
And they're like,
right?
no, that's not like a Bible thing. Like, that's just a fact. Like, men have one less rib. Like, and my friend looked it up. Like, no.
Yeah.
First hit on Google says this is commonly misconstrued. And
What a weird
yeah,
thing
that-
to claim. Like
right?
such an easy to verify thing. Just fucking count those bad boys.
It's like, no, get away from me. Don't touch me.
I think it's the problem
Right, yeah. With consent.
taking these stories that are all metaphor, allegories, all
Right.
that kind of shit, and taking it literally.
Right, yeah.
Like, did this dude really moonwalk across the river? You know, like
Maybe he shuffled, Jer.
Maybe.
Right,
But you
yeah.
can't-
There's the power, dude.
Maybe.
Frogs can do it. Some frogs.
Yeah,
What is
was
the analogy-
Jesus a
I mean-
frog? Or, you know...
I
Yo.
mean, he was black.
I actually heard some
Yeah,
crazy
he
shit.
was black or
on,
Arab or some mix therein. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he was from the Middle East.
Hundred Jesus. Anyway,
There's certain types of frogs that
Frog.
can stay frozen for months at a time.
That's sick.
And then seems like they're dead, but then like 6-7 months later they thaw out and then they're just hop away.
The Walt Disney method.
Yeah, basically.
Dude's coming out of the Disney vault anytime they figure
Oh
out how to
my-
keep him alive.
Shit.
Adolf, where you at?
Excuse me?
Did he ever die?
Well, we
Why
didn't see
did
it
they-
happen with our eyes, therefore we can't be sure.
Can we at least agree that if he didn't die when history says he died, he's fucking dead now?
Right, yeah, yes. He's
He died on a
dead
beach.
now, yeah.
He died on a beach in Brazil.
Yeah, in Argentina. or
Banging some
something,
chicks on the fucking Copacabana.
I think him and Ken Lay are still chilling, drinking mimosas in Mexico, rocking adrenochrome cocktails.
Oh god.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Stay on. Yeah, no, I don't fucking know, and I don't fucking really care. I mean, sorry, I do care.
I mean, I think you can be pretty comfortable in saying that you do know that Hitler's dead. I don't think that that you're unskeptical for believing the touted fact that Hitler is dead.
I think what actually happened was that he sucked the dick of a lot of hip hop moguls, and that kept him alive.
He did have an unparalleled flow, to be fair, for the time.
He did.
dude, came back. Those fucking 40 styles are like now.
I just
boy cuts.
What did this guy? Oh,
That's true.
yeah,
I mean, dude, that's just like it's.
Hold
a
on, my
clean-
nose is itchy.
No
hold
one,
on
no
now.
one's rocking the Hitler stash, dude. Except,
Not
okay,
this-
do you guys remember?
Except
that-
homie in episode fucking 3.
Oh yeah,
Right,
that was.
yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that was gonna make it into the final cut.
Okay, no. What I was gonna say is, do you guys remember the Hanes commercial, like the undershirts, underwear brand Hanes, and it's Michael Jordan on a plane, and he's just straight up got the Hitler mustache. He was just Michael Jordan was just rocking it for a while. Decided, yeah, he's gonna have a Hitler stash.
I don't remember this.
You know what's
It was
fucked up?
weird.
Hitler culturally appropriated Charlie Chaplin's mustache. It's
true, that's
now
true.
It's called a Hitler stash. It was a Chaplin stash first. It's kind of fucked.
Yeah,
up.
but Hitler did more things with it, so you know.
True.
Which
Chaplin
came
was
first
dope.
is up for debate, but who elevated the mustache to other heights, bad heights, mind you.
I saw a notoriety that was
kind of gets the W there.
unparalleled. Yeah,
Chaplin was sick.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
We like Chaplin.
We do.
Chaplo.
We stand Chaplin on this pod.
Yo. Right, who you standing right now, IRL?
What do you mean? In what respect, man?
Music?
Fuck,
Television?
dude, I don't know. I feel like this is catching me off guard. I don't think that I'm like I'm kind of in between things right now. In between consumption things right now.
What are you
don't
doing
know.
on your days off right now?
I mean, I've been streaming on Twitch recently every now and
Yes,
again. So I mean, if
sir.
people want to come
Playing
watch
what?
some games, what?
What games?
I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Probably gonna play some other Star Wars games. A little bit of Call of Duty here or there.
Dude, is Fallen Order the one with the ginger dude as
Yeah.
the main character?
Yeah.
Okay, I bought that game in the beginning of quarantine. I forgot that I bought it.
Dude,
And
it's good, man.
unplayed.
It's good.
It
I love
looks
it.
good.
Yeah. But
Jared might crack it.
yeah, I don't know. Like other than that, like yeah, I don't know. I've got no shows or anything. I'm kind of like listening to the same bands I've been listening to for a long time. A decent amount of like YouTube consumption, you know, being the YouTube boys that we are, been watching a decent amount of YouTube people. I'm big into video essays, that kind of stuff.
Video essays.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like people,
It's like Mexican dudes that are like, "Órale, cabronela."
I mean, that's
Muy
also
partido.
wonderful. No, but it's basically like an essay made in an entertaining video format. So people
Gotcha.
discussing, you know, different topics, things like that. A lot of social issue topics I've been watching, you know, things in that I'd like to know more about. A lot of mostly leftist kind of stuff, because that's kind of the sphere I could sort of run in. I try to balance it out a little bit, but, you know, the man likes
you
what he
don't.
likes. No, I don't.
You don't. You leftist.
My,
Yo, Beyonce made a song about you, bro.
yeah, to the left.
To the left, to the left. Anyway, video essays is cool. I've never heard of that format before, and I'm better for hearing about it.
Yeah, I mean the genre a lot of people refer to it as is breadtube. I don't really know why it's called breadtube, but it's generally leftist or at least center left leaning people. Some of them much more left, but discussing like topics and these are like, you know, educated actual like qualified people to talk about this stuff. I've been watching lots of ones on things like the trans experience, trans rights, all these kinds of things. A lot of prison abolition is one that I was looking into a lot in the past couple weeks. Some cool ideas there. Just like a lot of cool discussion. Interesting
Love
ideas.
to hear it, man.
Yeah, usually like they're like half hour to hour videos, usually kind of stuff.
Craziness.
Yeah.
One day I will have a 4-day on, 4-day off. Actually, I might not.
It's
I might just find some good fusion of film and coaching that I'm just like, I want to do this every fucking day.
I mean, that's great too, as long as you want to do it every day.
Morty.
Same.
Yeah. It's
Dude's mouth farting over here.
dude, I know guys whose fucking burps smell worse than fucking my farts. I guess my farts are pretty chill.
Okay, have you guys ever had farts that smell so bad that they smell bad to you? That's how mine have been lately.
Rough.
Where I'm like, dude, this is fucking
All right.
rank.
Story time.
Yeah. With the fart prompt, Powys is going to jump in on this one.
There was one time.
Oh god.
God almighty. Myself and Tanner were hanging out with two girls in high school. One that I was heavily involved with. And the other one he was not really involved with, but perhaps was going to be lightly involved with for that evening as a one-off. Perhaps. My girlfriend is what I'm saying. Because Pow gets girlfriends. Anyway. So did I do a timestamp on this? Did I say high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should leave it at that.
I should say
Don't get more specific.
just after high school when I was 19.
Yeah, context only. You only need so much.
I was drinking alcohol.
That's fucked up.
It was in the 40 days. 40s of Old English were running rampant in my veins. And, $7 drunk, but really I could drink half of it, so it was a $4 drunk. But that night I decided to drink a couple shots of vodka and then crush the 40, watching Friday Night SmackDown on a 70-inch television. And Powys started puking naturally.
Of course.
Can't imagine why.
But I wasn't just puking. I was just teasing the double rainbow. And I was at the toilet, not in control of my throatal or anal faculties. And both gates were open and screaming. I was yarfing. And my girl was fucking rubbing my back. And I was letting go, and she was supportive, and I was letting go of some poisonous farts. And she was like, yo, this kid is like, my memories of the night are so splotchy.
I think I was there that night, maybe. Was that the night we did 40 hands?
No, you weren't there.
Jesus.
You weren't there. That night. It was just the four of us.
Oh, God.
And I was farting like night ruined, like, okay, this person's helping Powys in the bathroom as I'm just letting go, like... It's almost like, I don't know if you said it about this pod or maybe last one, you talked about, holding in a fart.
Yeah.
And, you hold it in. Fucking, you can't let these go when you're in public. And it was like, oh shit, your fucking base biological command center is completely fucked, pal. You're going to let go of the gnarliest farts you've kept in the bank from weeks ago all tonight while your girl's fucking rubbing your shoulders, holding your fucking fro back. And I'm just letting go of ripper after ripper that are just like, they aren't farts. They're like my brother says, they were screams of a trapped shit. And they were just fucking nasty. Like I'm at the toilet like, oh, these are gross. Oh, God, it stinks. It's putrid, vile. She turns to the other two like, yo, this kid is letting out some fucking nasty farts right now. And I was blackout. I couldn't fucking speak. And then that was, of course, the night that I met my fucking girlfriend's dad. He drove me home. And I was fucking gone in the car. Like, dude, I don't get like this. Like, this isn't me, bro. Like, fuck. Trust me, bro.
Call me bro one more time.
Those farts were probably the smelliest I've ever smelled. And then I walked in and was just like... Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Yeah, it was a great night. All right, talk to you later. Talk to you tomorrow. I'm a little tired now. Thank you. Bye. But, fuck. Yeah, so there was a time that my putrid farts poisoned my own nose and fucking mouthful faculties.
I guess.
The term is yunk.
That's pretty
The term
rough.
is yunk. Yeah, that was fucked.
Yunk.
Embarrassing, but, it's gas in the tank to make you... not want to do that type of thing again. So,
And then he did do it again.
over and over again. Growth is non-linear.
It's true.
You gotta shit your pants while you're puking a couple times.
There was...
Yeah. A little here, a little there. And then eventually you start to realize.
We did 40 Hands, the sequel, one time.
Right.
Where Powys and I did 40 Hands for his birthday a couple years
Yeah,
after
I remember
we did
that
it
one.
the first time.
Yuck.
He was on the toilet, same deal, with the bottles on his hands. He starts farting and he yells, girlfriend, I need your help. Like, door open, just like, unapologetically letting go. Jared's trying to pee. I can't get my belt open. I fucking swung my hand, smashed into a filing cabinet, cut my hand open. Still have a little bit of a scar. The first time, we didn't tape them, so it was a little bit easier. We used saran wrap.
Oh, right.
And I remember I couldn't get my belt undone, and I'm like, yo, Ryan, like, you gotta be a bro here, please. And he undid my belt for me.
Yeah.
And then I'm holding my
when a bro
shit.
calls, I will answer.
I'm holding my shit with 2 bottles, taking a leak. Just like, fuck.
Keys to the legendarium.
Oh my god. The 40 hands, that was the first time I ever experienced a pressure burp.
Was it the first?
I think so.
I mean, when
Where
you're
it was
consuming
like-
that level of liquid, man, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it was just like the bottom of the bottle was all foam.
Yeah.
Oof.
And so I went to burp, and it was just all foam came flying out. Yeah, it's rough.
May have seen it in
I think
a
that's
movie of
literally
Grab.
that's the place I coined the term at that party because that's what
Is that
you
right?
did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Not only was it your first pressure burp, it was the first
Well, I mean, the pressure
burp.
burp existed. It just hadn't been named up until that point. And then there was other times that people would not believe me that I coined that term. But it was like, it was an in the moment. It was because Jaaron, like, he pressure burped. And then people were like, oh, Jaaron puked. I was like, no, that's a pressure burp. That's a pressure burp. And then it stuck. But then nobody would believe that I coined that. It was just an in the moment joke.
Beautiful.
The
I
reason
advanced
why
the English language.
it's a real
Easily.
thing. I first experienced them with soda. Pop,
You let it go? You drank it so quick that you puked up soda?
No, we're just like, you like go to burp after drinking a lot of pop quickly, and you just burp up foam.
Right.
And then it just like, it didn't come out of my mouth. It just stayed in my mouth and then went back down.
Because we used to play a game, one Lisa Ward and I,
Oh no.
where we would play shotgun blank. And you would shotgun beers until you pressure burped.
That's
Until you pressure burped, until you threw up.
I feel like that's like 1.5 beers.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Like, it's not much.
But like, if you're doing black labels, then at least the residual might leave you a bit woozy because you don't expel all the poison.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, okay, beer, you puke, you
Flavor
done, you
country.
good. Shotgun picks, Black Label Supreme.
I think black labels are pound for pound the most painful drunk / hangovers that exist.
It's possible.
Like a 6-pack of black label will put you down.
Well, I honestly can
Like
count on
4.
one hand
4
the
would
amount of
be
times
enough.
I've drank a 6-pack of fucking Black Labels, dude. That's
They're
It's like
For me,
lights out after
if
4
a
or 5.
40 of 7% could put me on my ass, and 3 cans would be a 40.
yeah.
Then to do 6 cans, so 2 40s, 40 hands, but instead of 7% beer is 8% beer, which I know you might not think it's significant, grade 10s or 10-year-olds that listen to TriPod, but it is. We used to crunch the numbers, and I could crack 2 or 3 black labels and be hammered, be set for the night, no problem. God, I was blessed like that.
Yeah,
I'm not anymore. It takes
You just skip lunch and you're set.
crazy.
Yeah.
Liquor hall.
Get your calories from the beer. That's a healthy diet, baby.
Dude, it's in a smoothie, baby. It's all good. And it's like, fuck to be, like, you have to go through those times. Like, I feel a bit shy talking about my horrible drinking times, but at the same time, it made me who I am.
Sure.
It gives me
Character.
character
building.
and empathy for people who are gonna drink. Like if you put out, like I'm thinking in the context of coaching at the moment, and it wouldn't be appropriate. I mean, no, it wouldn't be very appropriate for me to share these stories with my.
Powys
fucking
got his team fucked up at the wind-up. They all blacked out.
Yo,
He's getting sued.
And like the thing is, like none of them. They get enough Powys. They're not fucking tuning into TriHards or TriPod, I don't think. But it would. I don't see it as unethical to admit these things. It's not the time or place at coaching, and I don't want to fucking paint myself in a light of like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But then you find the other side of the coin, like that dude that came and spoke to us about drunk driving when we were in high school.
Yeah.
The dude in the wheelchair, Kevin, whatever his name was. I don't remember
That
his
shit
last name.
stuck with me hard.
Yo, I have never driven drunk. Thanks largely to this guy, man.
Yeah.
Like, he put the fucking... I was moved. I was taken. I was shook. I was enthralled. I was fucking friendly with the dude. Like, I remember the principal left, and then he started to drop a couple swear words here and there. I was like, oh, he's swearing at an assembly. I can trust him. But that's his lane. My lane is to tell the girls to freaking move their foot down as soon as they feel the fucking ball on the top of their foot to cushion it. And
Sure.
Kevin's lane is to fucking talk to them about getting too wasted. But I'm not ashamed of my past. It can be used to, maybe make someone a bit better and make them even forgive themselves. Like, if I were to say, for example, one time I was on a party bus.
That's the story, we have so many that start the same way. None of them end well.
And before I got on the party bus, my buddy and I said, yo, let's polish a Mickey of hard liquor. Sailor Jerry's.
Sailor Jerry's is, you want to talk about percentage bombs?
Maybe my enemy. What is it, 47?
Something like that.
46 or 47 is different than 40, kids.
It is. Yeah.
It's different. And Sailor's is a little bit tasty, too. I like the taste of it a bit. And yeah, we were sharing swigs, and I was blackout before getting on to the bus. And at that point, alcohol was a lot more scarce. So it was like, dude, I don't care if you're drunk. We're not gonna fucking waste this fucking 2 inches of Mickey that's left. Let's champ it and get it done. But no, there's no but. Put your head back and throat it. Lo and behold, I throwed it. Cool, get on the party bus. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I like to dance. And I got on that fucking party bus and I sat at the front. Immediately.
Yeah.
Sat. And we were on the highway going straight, but Powys was spinning. And I signed a piece of paper that said, if I puke on this party bus, I'm putting up $250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't have $250 to spare. And it was vomit o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't about to tell Buddy to pull over, so I thought, shit, I can hide it. I put my forearm flush to my body. I pulled my collar out. I put my nose in my shirt, and I unloaded. And just held it in my shirt like a fucking kangaroo mother. Just holding this hot, steamy, aged meal mixed with sailor cauldron stench. And it just smelled so good that I was like, yeah, I'm going to puke again. But there's a problem. The inside of my shirt is at capacity. So I'm going to go ahead and puke on my chest now.
Oh my god.
Pull the kid over, throw him off the bus. Fucking inverted vomit Oreo of a t-shirt I was wearing was absolutely tapped. And yeah, so I learned from that story how I didn't get that aggressively. I don't puke as much.
Right. Well, I think that just happens with time. Is you don't puke as much.
There was a time where I used to be able to puke on command, like without even finger in the throat, where I was like, I feel like I need to puke right now. I should probably puke, and that'd be okay.
And then rally.
Always
sure,
rally.
Right? Yeah, you're so resilient. Yeah.
So resilient. For me, my logic was like, oh fuck, I lost fuel. I gotta fill it back up. That was where my headspace was at the time.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my first times drinking, like second or third time, first time trying Fireball, and I was like, wait, alcohol doesn't have to taste bad.
God.
Right. Yeah.
Similar story.
Cinnamon hearts, baby.
Party bus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but luckily there's a garbage can on this party bus, and my head was in it for the first hour.
Fuck.
I'm kind of amazed that not every party bus ever has like, a garbage can like that.
Right?
It
right?
should.
Like, it just seems so simple, but it saves so much headache.
Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, if you listen to this, know your limit, play within it.
Right.
And find some water, get some fresh air. But at the same time, I've said on the pod before, one thorn of experience is worth a whole woods of warning. I can tell you all this shit. I'm sure you've probably heard it before. Don't get stupid drunk.
Well, like, you're not going to know your limit until you cross it.
It's true. It's the scientific method, dude.
Try to do it in a controlled place.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
true.
That's a good way to go about it.
I think you might be overestimating the amount of teenagers listening to the show, though. I think everybody listening.
I am, but you never know.
Past this, yeah, that's fair. That's
true.
fair. You know, do your part. That's I can't fault you.
Even fuck, man. Maybe there's some fucking 25-year-olds and fucking 45-year-olds that need to hear this shit.
Yeah, you know what? Fair. I'm retracting my statement. You're doing.
Drink
you're doing
your
good work.
brew.
Yeah.
Have a par, and you can just try to hover at your ideal tangency point if that's your style.
Right.
So if you were to have a child, like, knowing what you know, you like, the way I think about it, I don't think I would condone it. Like, I wouldn't be like, yeah, go out there and fucking do it.
Yeah.
But you kind of like, at the same time, you know that they're going to do it, and you know that you
happen,
did
right?
it.
Yeah.
So, like, in that situation, would you want them to just do it safely? I feel like that's how I would feel about it.
So you would allow your kid to drink before the legal age at your own house?
I don't know. Obviously, don't have kids and shit. But
you could do like a decriminalization strategy where, like, you know,
that's kind of
you're not going to punish them for being drunk, but you're also not, like, you know, it's not fully legal for them to have that booze, you know.
Yeah,
because that's the line you have to tote.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, my parents,
I think
my parents were pretty good about it. They would give me beer, like, sometimes, not all the time, but like if they knew I was going to a party or something, they'd give me beer because, like, well, you know, it's going to be a bit safer for them to, like, give me that. You can drink this instead of me, you know, sneaking a Mickey of something and just getting blackout wasted.
Right.
They it's harm reduction is what they practiced in that regard. Right.
100%. That's my.
I think that's probably got to be the way to go. It worked great on me because then that was the path of least resistance was, you know, I let my parents in on the no, and they made it much easier for me to drink as a teenager. So, or
I would let
just,
my kids drink.
Maybe didn't make it easier, but didn't make it harder.
Right. Yeah, no, I would. I've seen a few parental examples. There was a few kids when we were growing up that, you know, they had completely open relationships with their parents about this type of stuff. Like, I just want my kid to tell me everything. So, like,
Sure.
tell me, and, like, you're allowed to. I don't love it all the time, but tell me.
Yeah.
And, like, okay, cool. And I know people that have children that it's like, yo, fuck. If you're gonna fucking break the rules or be bad, just tell me. So at least I know fucking I can be on alert. I don't think you're gonna go bowling with your friends and it's all good and then I get wasted and then I need to pick you up from somewhere and I'm fucking blackout.
Yeah.
If I know you're drinking with your homies or you're going to a field party, let me know. I've known people that say fucking, hey, I know my daughter tells me when she's gonna sneak out. And it's like,
Kind of strange.
fuck, I'd rather know than not know.
Right.
And it's like, that shit's going on. And fucking, when I was a kid, I ran into a small amount of trouble after hours, but it felt huge. Like, Gareth and I fucking walking on 80th, and some guy pulls up with the Nissan 350Z with hydrogen lamps, as he put it, and freaking was like, where are you guys going? Have you seen these people around? Have you seen these people around? Like, no. Have you seen them? No. All right, well, fucking answer me next time. And then me and Gareth just sprint home. Like, holy fuck, that was fucked. Like, hindsight's not that fucked, but, like, some fuck shit goes on. Like, you know.
It's a little fucked, dude. You're a teenager. And
right?
someone's yelling at you on the street. Like, yeah,
right?
That's not good.
So, you know, freaking, yeah, I would say, kids, you can, let's be age appropriate here. Like, fucking 13, 14, no chance.
Yeah.
I'm not lifting the curtain.
Wait till you're 15
tail
and
end
you're
of high school,
grown.
maybe.
Well, fuck. Like, I'm not. No. And also, marijuana, I don't know if I can condone that at a young age.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah,
because
that's starting to
it's
look worse and worse. Yeah.
That's brain fuckery. And.
I mean, so is alcohol.
Yeah.
But the thing is with the alcohol, it's got that specialness and scarcity to it, whereas marijuana is like, dude, it's harmless.
Right.
Blaze
Yeah.
daily.
I think that's the danger of weed.
Yeah.
Is
the,
that,
the
like-
access is definitely an issue, right? Like, because alcohol, it's hard to get a hold of when you're a teenager, right? So it happens less often, I guess. Whereas
Also-
weed, you can just, if you want weed, you can get weed.
Alcohol has built-in ramifications
Yeah, true.
in the form
Very
of a
true.
and
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
throwing up,
Very
and you
good
get too fucked up,
and you do stupid ass shit.
You embarrass yourself in
Yeah,
front
yeah,
of your
fucking
crush.
embarrass yourself,
you
yeah.
fucking do all of this shit. There's built-in fucking countermeasures
Right.
for some people.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Yeah, I think that
Straight.
one of the quiet dangers of weed is that people that are ardent, like, there's no fucking harm to weed. It can be.
Yeah.
You know, like, as somebody who used to smoke a lot of weed, you know, people say, oh, it's not addictive. It's like, it's not physically addictive, but if I am itchy before smoking another J,
Yeah.
that sounds like fucking addiction to me.
Yeah.
If I can't go, if I'm like, oh man, I'm going on this trip and I can't smoke weed, what?
Yeah.
That's like probably not a good thing, you know?
Danger
It's
zone.
not addictive like nicotine or heroin.
It's not physically, but it
But-
can
right,
be psychologically. I
Yeah.
think.
And if you think about the quote that gets me is, and not that achievement is everything in life, excuse me, but comfort is the enemy of achievement,
Sure.
and marijuana is comfort.
100%.
Yeah,
Simple.
that's a good perspective.
And it can wash over all of the cracks in your life that are going poorly, like, fuck, I'm upset. Like, in the same way that sugar can. I'm not trying to fucking extra demonize marijuana, but like, fuck, I'm so tired at the end of the day. I'm just gonna have fucking a pack of fucking whole Oreos to my face. Now I feel great. Like,
Until you don't.
okay, sick. You don't want to fucking face the demons that you're working too hard, you overworked yourself, or you're not drinking enough water, you're padding the gaps with coffee, with sugar, whatever the fucking thing may be. But marijuana, it's just, the pendulum swung from being like, you know, people say that marijuana is fucking horrible, and then all the teenagers are like, wait a minute, all those health studies you made were strapping fucking
Yeah.
gas masks to monkeys, the equivalent to smoking 11,000 joints a day that could never be replicated by a human, so like, we're good. And the pendulum hasn't quite settled in the middle of like, just be careful,
Moderation.
realize that this shit could fucking make you just want to quit everything but weed.
That's the danger,
Yeah.
right? One of the dangers is that 10 years passes you by and you haven't done anything to pursue your goals or your dreams because you're just comfortable ripping your bong on your fucking couch, you know?
And at the same time, that's a sweet existence. And I've hung out with people that are blasting their bongs and watching fucking game trailers all day. And I'm like, holy shit.
If people are happy, then, you know.
That's
is
the
that such
key,
a bad
right?
thing?
Yeah.
That's one thing that I have to be careful of too, where my pendulum swings too far in the other direction, where I don't want to be judging people that can do that and are happy doing that. Just
Right.
for me personally, it was getting in the way of me living my life how I wanted to live it.
Sure.
Right.
You know,
And
there's
hey,
all,
man, like that stuff can work in cycles too. Like, you know, maybe a
True.
couple of years from now, you're going to be in a spot where you're like, hey, I'm cool just to coast for a bit. You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that at all, right? As long as you're
Right.
fulfilled and, you know, taken care of, you're fine.
Right?
absolutely.
Like high functioning people that did the sacrifice when we were children, that didn't come to your fucking birthday for 10 years. And then fucking are just like, you know what? Maybe I can have a couple drinks tonight. Fuck it. I didn't really drink for fucking 10 years, but like, fuck it. I made it now. I'm not going to lose my fucking throne by drinking tonight. And okay, cool. But for me, I don't have that throne to fucking not lose.
That's the key, right?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
if you
yeah.
haven't made the sacrifice yet,
yeah.
it's hard to. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
but I mean, like, you know, that stuff can cause problems in your life. And if it's not causing a problem in your life, then all good. But if it is, then, you know, you need to be responsible for that.
right.
So to my future son, I love you. To my future daughter, No, I'm just kidding. To my future children, son or daughter, I love you both. And I wish you the best. And I can't wait to raise you. And
Are you going to show them this pod?
They're listening.
This is going to be like
But-
Powys is going to die while his kids are ready to graduate high school. And like, this is what he left them in the will is this episode of the TriPod.
yo,
He's being super wholesome now, but they
Yeah.
rewind 20 minutes. He's talking about farting on the toilet, drinking OE.
Right?
Hey man, if that's not the whole the entirety of Pow, then I don't know what is, man. He's got both types.
Because here's the thing. I was like I don't believe in like lying to kids.
Right.
Like, it's tricky because when you think about things like sex, and there's a song that's out. I don't know if it's Ariana Grande or whatever, but she says like 35 or 34, 35.
Right. Yeah,
let's go all night. And if a kid asks me like, "Yo, what does that mean?" And she's referring to 69, which is for the uninitiated, a sexual position.
Yo, wait, I've never heard of that, Powys. How does this
either.
work?
Hold on, let's demonstrate.
Heads to crotches.
No, demonstrate. No, okay, get away from me.
Heads to crotches are
Head to
occurring.
crotch. Right. So like, what
For
is that
both.
like? What, like, side to side, or like
We don't really need to get into
Someone-
it.
69 and the circles are the heads,
okay, all right.
and face to genitalia simultaneous man and woman.
It's a bit graphic, Powys. Come on,
Could
it's
be
a
man
family
and
show.
man. Could be woman and
Could be
woman.
man and man or woman and woman. Well,
Yeah, of
well
course it could.
put. Or anything in between.
All right. Anyway, sorry. Continue your point.
So, like, I don't have a kid, and I've never had to have that conversation with a child. So I don't want to speak on, like, being honest to kids, like, about that, because I don't want to, I just haven't done it. But for, like, real-world issues, I will tell a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old or an 8-year-old that deforestation is rampant, and trees are getting cut down to grow food that's already in crazy surplus, and like in the form of a soccer drill. Like a couple of years ago, we had this drill where it was like, okay, someone's kicking over the cones and someone's picking up the cones, and half the team is big oil kicking over the cones to try to fucking drill, and the other half are tree planters trying to reforest.
That's a fucking
Yeah.
pow drill.
This
If
shit.
I ever heard one.
And I'm
Right,
just
so-
like, go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. No. Go. I want to see where this goes. Keep going.
So I'm just like, fucking big oil, kick over the fucking things, like, destroy the forest, disrupt the habitats, fucking, okay, reforest now, you gotta reforest, reforesters, get in there, blah, 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 blah. Like, who wants to be big oil? Raise your hands. All right, who wants to be a fucking reforester? Raise your hands. Oh, the birds are so happy, thank you, let's go admire the forest, blah, 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 blah. So I'm okay to share those issues.
Right.
But I've never had to delve into, like, talking about, sexual stuff, because, like, the ramifications, I guess, if...
Well, you have had to have sex first
That's a good
to
point.
be able to talk about it.
It's true.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
I've read it in this encyclopedia.
But,
Right,
like...
so I think like with kids though and sex discussions, right? I think you can be honest with a kid without, you don't have to be, explicit, but you can tell a kid like, oh, what's this mean in that song? And you can be like, well, she's singing about having sex, right? It's an adult thing for adults to do together. And she's singing about this. She's being a bit risque. Like, you can tell that to a kid. That's fine, right? Like,
Right.
there's a fine line of sheltering and also, respecting your kid and giving them the truth, right? Because kids do know what this stuff is. Like, they're gonna fucking learn this on the playground by like 5th grade anyway, right?
Yeah.
True.
It's
one of those things, yeah. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
you can inform them without encouraging them.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
and it's like one of the things that I think about that's a fine line is that if the kid wants to know, like, I feel like there was shit that I wanted to know, not about sex necessarily, but about stuff happening in the world and how the world worked that I wanted to know from a young age, but didn't really understand it and didn't really learn about those things until I was like maybe in my early 20s, late teens. If I had learned that when I was younger, I don't know how equipped I would have been, because I came out of learning a lot of things about the way the world worked and became very nihilistic for a while.
Sure.
And very like, what's the hope kind of. And it took me a while to get through those things. And I don't know if I would have been ready to deal with those things at a younger age, even though I wanted to know them.
Yeah. It's probably a case by case thing, right?
Right.
Take the issue at the time.
I would
Decide
hope
if your
that
kid's
the,
ready or not.
that the educator or adult could put a bit of a positive spin on it somehow.
Maybe, right.
Maybe.
Maybe, for sure. They
Keep some
might
training
not
wheels on there, yeah.
have that, like, even fucking... Because I think the bad is, the bad, ripping up forests to make more food that will just end up in the garbage, kind of objectively not a great use of resources, but at the same time, maybe a young person sees that horrible injustice and is so lit aflame, motivated by it, that it becomes their life goal to end it, and maybe they do.
Sure.
So
yeah,
I'm not
like,
afraid
and
to
like,
spin that story to a child.
An issue like that, you can totally introduce that issue to a kid on their level, right? You can totally tell them, right, that like, well, we're, cutting down a bunch of forests, and that's bad. Forests are good things and we need them. And we're using it to make food that ends up getting thrown away anyway. So it's a bad thing, right? Like you can tell that to a kid and their world isn't going to fall apart. They'll probably be like, oh, and maybe think about it a bit, right? And then they'll have that like little kernel that'll start to flower when they start to see that other place, as they start to learn about things other places, right? It's like you don't have to fucking drop the hammer on them though when they express a tiny bit of interest in like maybe a more heavy topic.
Well put.
Could be a way of an educational moment.
Well put.
Maybe they think about their own food consumption.
Yeah,
when
maybe
they're younger, or maybe they think about other things.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Maybe they think about just getting that sweet, sweet pussy, dude, because Ariana Grande is singing about it on the radio, dog.
I mean, yo, honestly,
Less than subliminal.
Can we unpack this Lola Bunny issue?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we can talk about this for sure.
They cut off her titties and threw them in the carburetor.
This is the furry menace that we're dealing with today. It spawned from this.
And it's funny because there's a homie in my work who's saying to me, like, bro, like, I don't really get the meme. Like, are people pissed that a bunny's not a fucking sex icon?
They are, yeah. They are mad.
And I respect the 2021ing of Space Jam.
Sure.
Okay. But I think it's important for the young generation to respect the scarcity of lewd images when we were younger.
Okay, yeah.
Like, Lola Bunny would not have been hot if I could just fucking look at every hot chick that ever existed in any fucking, composition of private parts that I could imagine.
Yeah, but did you have the like, even if you had the, possibility of doing that as a kid, did you have the faculties to actually do that? Right? Like, I still think it would have been like, we were probably, 5 or 6 when Space Jam came out? Something like that. Like,
it had staying power. And
yeah,
we probably...
right, but I'm just saying, to contextualize, like, finding Lola Bunny hot, it's more of an awakening thing, right? You start to realize that that's an attractive thing, which is a weird thing to make a cartoon rabbit, right? Like, it's a weird thing to make a cartoon rabbit, like, human anatomy attractive, right? Like, that's a weird thing to do to kids.
Well, there's like it
is weird.
There's a couple memes that I saw about like chicks talking about like their awakening being fucking like adult Simba from The Lion King, who's just like a dude lion, where it's just like they gave them human-like qualities,
right?
Whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I think the reason why people are so outraged is because I think a lot of people are like, people latch on to like cancel culture, PC culture, and whatever. Yeah. They think of it as an overcorrection, but I think more than anything is that people are fucking with something from their childhood.
I guess.
And, like, they have a nostalgia attached to it, and they're like, don't fucking change it. She needs tits. Yeah. It's like,
I don't know, man.
The thing is, they'll probably still make the character sexualized, just without the body part.
Maybe
she'll probably. I guarantee you she's still like a seductive character. Or maybe she's not. Maybe they just changed the character entirely. But she was just like seducing Bugs Bunny was her fucking gimmick.
Yeah.
Right?
No longer. And I remember a friend of mine got in a tiff because we were talking about like years ago, like, yo, Lola Bunny was hot, dude. Facts. And his girl was like, what do you mean? That's not cool. What about me? And
What?
I think you lost me on this one.
Say.
What? So she was jealous in the moment of you praising Lola Bunny's attractiveness. Is that what I'm saying?
indeed.
Okay, gotcha. Right. So I think that's also a totally fair point of also another negative impact of making that character into a like impossible to achieve human physique on a cartoon bunny is it also creates this weird image in young girls' heads of what they're supposed to look like, you know? And like, that's shitty. Like they deal with that enough already with the fucking real people being sexualized in the real world. They don't need cartoon bunnies doing that shit too. Yeah, right. Yeah. The unattainable fluffy white tail of Lola Bunny. Yeah, and this is why though. I think a lot of furries can be traced back to the moment that Space Jam aired, dude. Yeah. Hey, and you know what, man? If you're a furry, do your thing, man. That's fine. You know, like as long as you know you're happy, you're not hurting anybody. Go wild. I don't care. But yeah, I don't think there's any reason we need to sexualize cartoon animals to children.
Yeah, Disney suspect if we like look back and think about, you know, them making penis towers and shit like that.
Right, yeah, that in the old
That was
animation.
less so about sexualizing stuff though. That was just like underpaid, like basically slave labor animators.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, they were like working ridiculous hours when they had to fucking draw everything by hand.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Fuck you!"
They were just being cheeky, you know.
Yeah,
like,
they were like, "Yeah, we're just gonna hide
this.
dicks and every you know."
Weird.
That's not.
I would do that
Walt
shit too.
That's not Walt Disney being like, "I'm gonna teach these kids to love penis." It might have been, man. Walt Disney was fucked up. So what do I know?
Pretty fucked up.
It's true. Yeah. So at the end of it, I appreciate you, new Lola, and I appreciate
she better be fucking hot.
Yeah, that's the point that we've gotten to. I think here is that if Lola Bunny's not hot, TriPod is going to war. So
yeah.
Disney,
watch out. Us and our 180 TriHards
doing the new Space Jam?
What aren't they?
It's Warner Brothers, isn't it?
Is that different?
They own
right? Yeah, no, it's not Disney. Yeah.
Definitely not Disney.
Wait,
is that different?
Yeah,
no, we're crossing our wires here. Yeah, Warner Brothers. Yeah, no, Bugs Bunny stuff.
Marvel versus DC, homie.
Yeah,
shit, because we did Disney Wednesdays at work, and I wore my Lola Bunny jersey.
Whatever.
Dude.
That's fucked up.
And it
You
wasn't.
probably looked really hot in it though.
I looked hot.
Yeah, you probably did.
But yeah, weird awakening. It's not. I don't take it personal. Lola, I love you no matter what. We can start a family together.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You, me, and Baby Spice can have a childhood baby trio. Baby Spice.
That's some new age shit
How
for sure.
did you grip me so? And fucking Lily Randall from Radio Free Roscoe.
Lily Randall. Oh, yeah.
Shady Lane, what's up?
Oh, they have the blonde girl? Yeah.
Fucking Pronto. That was the dude.
Pronto is fucking your face sake, basically, now that I think about it.
yeah, definitely.
The fuck was his name again, dude?
Ray. In the show?
Ali McCollum.
Oh, yeah, you've mentioned him on the pod before.
Respect! RFR was
actually,
so good.
He got busted for a sex scandal.
Did he actually?
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, fuck. I was like, don't ruin RFR for me, dude. Your one watch waiver for truth. We ended up RFRing, dude. RFR was so strong. I don't know if that was like Family Channel exclusive.
Right. It was a
was
Disney
so
show,
good.
so it was at least like Disney Channel. A Family
But
Channel.
I think it was
Disney
pure.
Channel
I think it was
Canada.
Canada though.
Yeah.
Family Channel was just.
Oh yeah,
where they
it's a
showed
Canadian
Disney
show.
Channel
It was a Canadian show. Yeah.
Because I remember the Trues did a song on there, man.
Right. Yes.
I'm not ready to go.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay.
Flames.
So I don't know if you've thought about this, Powys, but right now we are basically RFR. TriPod is
just thought
basically
about it.
RFR.
About 30 seconds
Should we
ago, I
get some
thought about
stage
it.
names?
Yes.
Maybe.
What is
okay?
Jer?
Okay. Season 2.
I gotta think about
We
this.
start a radio station.
Okay, let's
/podcast.
brainstorm right now. I'm Powys Mark, and I'm wondering.
You gotta
What?
be exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark. Dude, exclamation mark would be sick.
Tonto.
Yeah.
And fucking fog.
That's not
Ryan would just go
mean-
as Dave Grohl, I think.
Stay tuned for season 2, man. As Dave Grohl, yeah. I'll grow a beard.
He's right outside your door now. Testify. Yeah, I'm down with names and shit.
I mean, yeah, that's
That would be
something.
Biggie, Heavy.
Everybody in the comments, give us our names. What should our names be in our?
Honestly,
our
if you
review?
watch to the end of this, give us anything and I'll run with it. If you listen to me speak
yeah,
with Ryan Jer as well,
comment the word pineapple if you listen to the end of the pod. That's
cryptic.
Incoming Brandon. 2 minutes. 2
Yeah.
minutes after the pod goes up, he's gonna fucking post pineapple. How did you get to the end?
Penelope.
He's there.
Penelope.
All right. Well, I mean, that being said, this is the end of the pod, though. So
Right.
we're at that
I'm
time.
about it.
I'm down. My butt cheeks are falling asleep right now.
I know what you mean, dude.
So
I know what you
I'll
mean.
wake him up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys handle that. I'm gonna be surfing the comments looking for those pineapple. So hit us up and come back next week.
they do belong on pizza.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's true.
I might grab a pizza quick, depending on when I'm going to work tomorrow. Okay, love you guys.
Peace out, friendos.
Love, peace, chicken grease.
Bye.
All right. All right. All right.